What is going on? Welcome back and Happy New Year. I'm filming this a little bit before New Year's Day, but I wanted to post it on New Year's Day. So I did a video last year at I think I posted it on New Year's Eve of 2021, talking about what I was planning to do with my knife and watch purchases of 2022. Spoiler alert, I kind of failed at what my plan was. I did okay on the watches, but I didn't do so good on my plans for knives. So I wanted to kind of recap that. And I've got some notes down here of what I actually bought. I did not bring them all out, but I'll show a couple of the things that I did buy and talk about what my maybe sort of plan is for 2023. So in 2022, I bought 13 and a half knives and I bought 4 watches. So I did really well on the 4 watch thing because when I talked about the video last year, me and a small group of friends were going to try to limit ourselves to buying 1 watch per quarter. So I did do that. 3 of them were legit watches. One of them was like a $55, $60 Timex Pac-Man. That one I didn't pull out. So let's just go over the watches first, and then we'll get to the knives. So, and not in the order that I bought them. Well, maybe they will be. I don't know. We'll see. The first one I bought was, and I think it is in this order, the Breitling Super Ocean, not the most recent version, but the version before, which I like better. And I did a video comparing the two. So this is a cool watch that I didn't think I would like until I had it for a little while. And then I kind of did fall in love with it when my buddy Jerry lent it into me to film. I sent it back to him, or I gave it back to him at a meeting that we had. And literally on my drive home, on my flight home, his drive home, he talked about selling it and we worked out a deal and he shipped it to me. Long story short, I might sell that watch in 2023. It's not something I wear all that often. The next one I bought, I believe it was in this order, is the, let me get it the right way up, the Tudor Heritage Ranger, Tudor Ranger Heritage, which is really having trouble with the lighting here. I love this watch. It's super clean, no date, no complications. I don't even have it spinning up and running. None of these. I just grabbed them out of the watch box on a leather strap with a deployant clasp. It's a great watch that my buddy Craig, his wife Heidi, was going to sell it. I saw it in a small group chat that we were in, and I literally just had to have it. I love that watch. I was going to find a metal bracelet for it, but after wearing it on the leather strap for so long, when I first got it, I was super happy with it. No need to change anything. Okay, the last watch that I bought was a Grand Seiko. This is the SBGN003 GMT. This is a quartz watch with the 9F movement. So it is super accurate, like 5 or 10 seconds a year accurate. So I love this watch because I really kind of wanted a good grab and go watch. I do have like a Casio World Timer in metal and in resin. I do have a G-Shock Square. So I do have a couple of grab and go watches, but I never really saw myself, I was never grabbing those to go. I always wanted to grab one of my higher end watches. So having a really good quartz grab and go was super awesome, and I love it. I do wish, this is a 39 millimeter watch. I wish it was a 40 or a 41. I know that's small, very small incremental change, but it kind of means something. So it would just work better for me if it was a little bit bigger, but that's okay. I still wear it. I love that watch. So those are the watches I bought in 2022. For 2023, I don't have a prediction. I'm not even going to say, because I completely blew out my 2022 plan. So there are a couple of watches that I want. There's a Rolex. There's a couple of Rolexes that I would like. There's a couple of Omegas that I would like. There is a Vacheron Constantine that I am looking at. I don't think that will happen in 2023. Not all of those will happen. There may be a couple of watches in 2023. So let's talk about knives. Now, some of these knives I've actually already sold. I'm going to talk about them, but I've either traded or sold a couple of these, because that's what happens. They were kind of impulse buys, maybe, or, whatever. So let's just dive right into it. The first one I bought was the Swiss Champ XXL. I don't have that one anymore. I have sold that off. I really got that so that I could do a video on it. It's a conversation piece. It's crazy. It's about 2.5 inches wide. It's got 73 tools in it. You can go back and look at the videos. I will maybe link a couple of the videos down below in the description that I'm talking about, but I'm talking about 13.5 knives. So I'm not going to link all of them, I don't think. So then the other one I bought was the Desert Warrior XXL that they released earlier in 2022. I just had to keep the whole set. I've got the 3 Desert Warrior knives now. I have the a Zippo lighter, not the one Blade HQ came out with, but a different one that a buddy just Cerakoted. I have an O-Light that Cerakoted. I've got a bunch of Desert Warrior stuff. I've done several videos on the whole Desert Warrior phenomenon, if you will. So you can go check those out. The other one that I did buy, I bought 2, and I did talk about this in my previous video, was 2 of the VC Edge interfaces. This is number 80 in a full dress configuration with Timascus lock bar, Damasteel blade, all the good stuff. And then I bought number 79, which is just a standard version with kind of a pinkish purplish anodizing on the clip and the hardware. So I knew I was going to buy these. I had already been talking to Jason over at VC Edge. And so these were not a surprise for 2022's purchases. I love it. I carry that one more than number 79, which is in a drawer that is going to be shipped out to another YouTube channel so they can check it out as well. The Red Horse Knife Works Hellraiser. I bought a Damasteel one from a buddy. It was a production series version with a Damasteel blade. I can't show you that one. I did videos on it because I sold it back to, I think I sold it back to him. I don't remember. It went back and forth a couple of times. So I owned it, he owned it, I owned it, he owned it again. It's kind of a crazy story, but I don't have that one anymore. So moving on down to TJ Fisher, the Cobra. And this one, I believe this was part of a trade purchase deal with the person that bought the Damasteel Hellraiser. That's right. So this one has a Sanmai blade. This one gets carried quite a bit. It's very cool. It's kind of a fancy beater knife, if you will. And I know that's kind of an oxymoron, but yeah, I carry this and I love it. It's even got the Damasteel clip. And I know the lighting kind of sucks here. I actually have right next to this webcam, I have a mirrorless camera. I'm still playing with all the settings. I'm waiting for another microphone to come in and a little bit. So in 2023, I hope to do some more of these talking head face reveal shots, videos, rather than just the normal tabletops that I do right next door. Well, right at the next desk over. Just to give a different perspective, and I'll have a much cleaner setup. I just got to dial in the settings. I don't know. It's not working right for me. So I also bought a couple of fixed blades this year. I bought the mini Hellraiser from Jim Skelton. that he made, which is awesome. I have always wanted to own a knife that he made. I own a couple of other knives that he has owned in the past, but nothing that he had made until this one. So I'm very happy with that guy. And then over there on the shelf, I bought a Red Horse Knife Works mini Hellraiser, just because it was an impulse buy, and I have a bunch of Hellraisers, so I bought that. I also bought / traded for an RJ Martin Q36 SS. This thing is so badass. It is awesome. It's super slim, which is what the SS is for. Believe this is fat carbon. He also did some in carbon tie. This is not the carbon tie. It is the fat carbon, I believe. And it's just fantastic. Super slicey, super sharp, and it's in Magna Cut. And then I didn't even know that this existed, the ZT0600. So once I found out that existed, I had to buy it because it is the production custom from RJ Martin and Zero Tolerance. Awesome knife. And this gets carried quite a bit as well. I wish the detent was a little stronger. And I actually wish the detent was a little lighter on the custom. If they were both right in the middle, they'd be perfect. My buddy Alex, my co-host on EDC Hour, worked a deal with North Arms and had 3 custom Skahas made. And I bought one. Alex has one, and one went to Alex's coworker. A little bit 2-drop shutty for me. It doesn't get carried often, partially because it's 2-drop shutty. I know. I can tighten the pivot and solve that problem on my own. I get it. And a wire clip, not my fave, but a cool knife. I do enjoy having the knife. These are not exactly the same particular order that I bought them. This is a rebuy. The VANDERMEulen Blade Works double homicide number. I don't remember. I have it written down, but I don't remember. I owned this before. I sold it back to the original owner, who then sold it to another friend, and then I bought it from that other friend. Crazy, impractical, but absolutely love having a double homicide. It's just the coolest knife. It gets so much conversation, so many comments when I post it online, on Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff. It's great. One of the other ones that I love is the Frank Fisher Battle. This is battle number 2 for me. This is a smaller battle, about a 3 3/4 inch blade, I believe. And when my buddy Eric decided to sell this one, I absolutely had to have it. So I carry this one a lot, way more than my bigger one. My one with the 4-inch blade is a little bit big and heavy to carry. This one carries fantastically. And Eric, thank you so much. Don't ask. If I ever go to sell this, I promised to sell it back to Eric. It's what we do. So now I mentioned that I bought 13.5 knives. Because I have not fully committed to number 14 yet. Like 89% there, 90% there. It'll happen. I'm probably just going to wait until January. This was sent in to me from Jim Skelton, the most previous owner. And it's a Tim Gaylord XL Junkyard Dog, one of a kind, the Eagle version. It is a fantastic, an amazing knife. 4 1/4 inch-ish blade. I haven't even done the video on it yet, because I'm just taking my time to really. I need to do this video, this knife justice, because Jim Skelton's video was 45 minutes long. No, I don't think I'm going to do a 45-minute video, but I want to do it justice and give it the attention that it deserves. And so I am probably going to buy that as well. And I've talked to the owner, Jim. It's kind of a sordid story. Not a sordid story, but yes, I'm going to buy it. I'm just going to buy it in 2023. There you go. I don't know what to tell you. I spent a lot of money in December of 2022 as I'm filming this on a new mirrorless camera, lens, a new light, a softbox, all the accoutrements that go along with making the camera work, new microphone. I'll do a whole video on all of that stuff later once I get it actually working the way I like. Yeah, I'm just not happy with the way this webcam looks. The coloring isn't right. So I think it'll elevate the experience for you guys. Anyway, I've rambled now about 15 minutes, and I think I got maybe 5 minutes worth of actual content for you guys. So let me know in the comments, what did you buy this year? And do you have plans for next year? So I mentioned plans for next year on watches, maybe a Rolex, maybe an Omega, maybe a Vacheron Constantin. Okay. I will buy some watches next year. I'm going to try to be more strategic. I am going to probably try to sell some watches this year. The Breitling Super Ocean, if somebody is interested, let me know. I may be ready to sell it. I do have a Seiko mod that I am absolutely selling. There's probably a couple other that I could sell as well. I'm really going to try to start focusing in on my collection. Knives, I probably have some I should absolutely sell. What are my plans for 2023? Loosely put, a custom Hellraiser from Red Horse Knife Works. We've been talking for a few months on materials, look, feel, all of that. That hopefully will happen in 2023. I am now talking to Todd Fisher Sr., about doing a custom battle, a custom Archangel in this smaller size, 3 3/4 inch blade, to sort of match this configuration of this smaller battle, because that smaller size is perfect. And my larger Archangel, I don't carry all that often. So I'm talking to Todd Sr. about that. There is something I've been talking to Todd Jr. about, Todd Fisher Jr., TJ Fisher, about that might happen. It might not. And I'm sure that something will come along that I will have to have. But I'm really trying to focus on not buying every shiny thing that comes across my table that gets loaned in. There are a lot of things that are cool, but I just can't own everything. And I really need to kind of refine my knife collection a little more into what is important, what I really want to keep, and not just buy stuff to buy stuff, but really be focused. So there you have it. Let me know your thoughts and plans for 2023. I hope you had an amazing holidays, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Festivities, whatever, and a very happy and safe new year. And all the best to all of you in 2023.